Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the transit moon in Virgo. And when you have this transit moon in Virgo, keep in mind it's making the transition from more extravagant Leo and Virgo. When the moon transits in Virgo, it's a little bit more of a frugal energy. It's more conservative. It's during this time, people aren't going to really collectively feel like buying as much or spending as much on things than they ordinarily do. There could be a need right now, emotional need to maybe clean things. If there's something disheveled, there might be more of an inclination to take care of it and clean it up. If something has, as far as anything, as far as something that needed to be taken care of, if it was some kind of work assignment that maybe you've been procrastinating on, this is the time where you might feel more of that emotional energy in terms of getting it done. There is a stronger need to be more organized during this time when the moon does transit the sign Virgo than usual. There's a need to be organized and do things in a systematic and methodical type fashion. Even if you're doing something which might be seen maybe by some people as menial or mundane, like say if you're just doing some general work, you're in a retail environment and you're doing something where you just have to have peg hooks being put in certain places. Well, in order to when you're doing that, of course, they have to be, I mean, I've worked in retail before, and you have to have like pretty much a fairly precise distance between each one of them, like when you're doing a layout for a store. And this could be that time, for example, where you could really be scrutinizing as far as the actual I guess you could say the details involved with this, and having that exact, making sure you're having that exact measurement, for example, between each peg hook and not really going off even by like a quarter of an inch. I mean, this could be that time where in other periods people might get a little more lax with this, but when the moon is in Virgo, there's more of an attention to things like this. There could be more also of an attention just the details in general, being punctilious with details, seeing the fine print and things. If you're somebody, let's say, that works as an editor, or you're doing something where you have to be attentive to details, whether it's like, say, data entry, for example, or detailing on a car, doing things, you might emphasize it even more this time, and it could be a more auspicious period for this. Now, let's say, I mean, really, this Virgo energy, when the moon transits Virgo, could be strongly about cleaning. And it's not just necessarily going into the bathroom and spraying things down and wiping them down and making it all immaculate looking, but it could also be like detoxification, for example, cleansing the body. Virgo energy is about things connected with your health. And if there was something where you haven't maybe been doing things as far as what's healthy, this could be that time where you feel more of that need to do so. This could be more of an emotional need during this time, and it's something, the moon could be about what you feel, and you might feel more like doing things connected with health. It might be detoxifying the system at this time, and for example, or maybe getting on some health regime or some kind of regimented health routine. The Virgo energy, and this could be a period too where if just something where you're solving dilemmas. I mean, if your computer is on the fritz, this could be time where you might be more inclined to be doing troubleshooting with it. If you're trying to get rid of, say, some malicious virus that has corrupted the system, this could be the time where you might feel more inclined to do something about it. And also, I find what's interesting about this is that, I mean, Virgo energy could be, for example, like connected with extrapolation of data. I mean, Virgo is about analysis, and Like what's fun, what's interesting is that like you look at Virgo energy and you think of like something like fantasy football, where a lot of you have people that actually will be doing this for a living and they'll be projecting stats for certain players. And when you have this energy, I think it could be more favorable for that, because even people that are strongly enamored with doing this, they might even feel more so during this time when the moon transits Virgo than usual. And this could be a period too where you might feel a need to be more analytical than usual, but the danger is of perhaps overanalyzing things and situations and overthinking things perhaps. This might be a time where you might feel some enjoyment and fulfillment, perhaps like puzzle books, for example, doing cryptograms, doing things that are mentally challenging, mental stimulation in general. And it could be crossword puzzles or just something in, like I stated before, something with puzzle books, or trying to solve something like Rubik's Cube. Well, that would be, most people won't be able to solve it, but you understand what I'm saying. Things that are like brain teasers. And really, that's pretty much it as far as the transit moon in Virgo goes. And anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for the transit moon in Virgo. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be talking about the transit moon in Libra. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.